Hi, my YouTube family, my hearts. I I miss y'all. I miss updating y'all and sharing what's going on with me. It has been way too long. It's been since November. The last video I did titled God Will Come Through For You. I talked about the fact that God had come through for me, and he made it so that I got approval to get my car fixed. So I did get my car fixed, and some other things happened as well. So the first thing I want to start off with is my car. So I did get my car fixed in November. Right after I got my car fixed, I ended up because I was in this safe parking program. I ended up for the third time being told to apply for what's called the Door of Hope, this Door of Hope shelter at the Salvation Army. And I ended up applying for it for the third time, and I got approved. So I have in November, like, basically what happened is that I got the car fixed, and then got approved. I got approved to move into the this Door of Hope shelter on November the 20th, but I ended up moving the 28th, and I ended up going in a little earlier, probably like just a few days earlier. And with the car, I got the car fixed, but currently the car is which I'll get into a little later. The car is not it's really upsetting. The car is down again. It's not functioning. It's not working. And I know God is gonna help me to get that fixed, gonna get that rectified for me. Since I've been in this shelter, I have it's like I've been here and I've been trying to, you know how you go into a new place and you're trying to get acclimated to your new environment. I had to move in, so I was able to, which was great, take stuff out of my car, fully clean my car, just see my car as normal again, which was great. And move my stuff in here. It's the shelter that I'm in is it's very small. It's like it's like living in a dorm, and it's a small little building with 7 women in this shelter. And so we each have our own private rooms with a dresser and our bed and everything in here. And then the it's like a college dorm. You have the bathrooms, within the building that we share, and a kitchen. And it has been, being here has been, it's been okay. It's been okay, but it has hit its struggles, and struggles that I've been working through. It's like personalities. It's not always 7 women here. I think there was a point where there was 7 women. No, yeah, there was 7 women here, or maybe 6. And which would be considered like a full house. But then most of the time it's not. It's probably about 4 of us here. That that's what it's been so far, because the program itself is like it's a 3-month program. So this is supposed to be a 90-day program that within you move in, and then within 90 days, with the help of your case manager, they help you get permanent housing. So that's that's the goal. So some people have what's called like a rapid rehousing voucher, meaning they have a voucher. They're part of a program called rapid rehousing, meaning quick, meaning they get you into a place quickly, and they also help you pay a portion of your rent, maybe like 30% of your rent, and then you pick up the rest. And they'll do that for they have different parameters, like maybe 6 months to a year, until you can pay for it on your own and keep going, and remain housed and out of homelessness. So there's that, which I'm not a part of. I have yet to be approved for rapid rehousing. Right now I'm on 2 housing lists, and God is good, because I am very high on those lists. So let me share about that, because that's one of the things that that's one of the blessings that God is he's showing me, that it's soon that I'm going to be out of homelessness. So with that being said, when I got here to the shelter and started working with my case manager and everything, I had a job. I had a type of, to be honest, it was just something quick that I picked up like right before I came here, and to get out of my car from I wanted to stop doing Instacart while I was here, so that I can not put pressure and so forth on my car. So I get this job at this place, and I'm working this job. I'm working with my case manager. So I do this one Instacart, and this Instacart job, there's this building that's kind of in the area of where the shelter is and where I park. So there's this building that I did an Instacart shop at, and while I was there, I had a feeling like, let me get a tour of this building. For some reason, I just felt like I wanted to get a tour. And but also in the back of my mind, I remembered that I had put my name on a list there for low-income housing. So I go ahead and I do the tour, and I have that in the back of my mind a little bit. It wasn't even, I wasn't even thinking about this place or anything like that. My purpose wasn't to like check and see if I was still on the list or anything like that, but I still had this like strong feeling to just have a tour of this place. So after I ended my Instacart delivery, I did. So I had the tour, and when we ended, the lady, I asked her, I was like, well, can you let me know if, can you put me on the list, or can you let me know if I am on the list or whatever? And she was like, oh no, I don't see your name on the list. So, and that was that. I was like, oh, okay. So she put me on a list. So I was like, great. So I'm on the list. So then a few days later, I get a call from her telling me that I am on the list, that I was on the list rather, and I had been on the list. And I am not only on the list, but like, I think at that time, I was very high on the list, like within like the first 10 people on the list. So I'm like, whoa, like that's really soon. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like, okay, so that right there showed me like God is, he's showing me that, look, this is a potential place, I guess, of where he wants me to be. So back to the shelter. So I'm in the shelter. I'm doing what needs to be done here, which is we have chores, we have just some type of cleaning thing that we all have to do each week, and meeting with my case manager, working, whatever. Then I realized that this job that I'm having, God is telling me he doesn't want me at this job. So I know why he didn't want me at this particular job, because there was something, not to give all the details of this particular thing about this job, but there was something that the owner wasn't sharing, wasn't being forthright about, that would have looked very bad on my behalf, being there, and just in general. So it was a situation where it's like where you're supposed to work, where you're supposed to be. I have been praying for God to guide me, and for him to guide me where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to work. And he did that, because God's not going to ever put you in a situation where where you have to be dishonest, if something comes up. So make a long story short, I left that job. I followed what the Lord told me to do, and I left that job. So that was so mind you, I was in the shelter since November, well, like the end of November, and that job, I worked that job. I started that job actually December the 4th, and then I ended that job in February, so last month. So I ended the job, and so now I feel like I'm back, to like not having any, money coming in, kind of feeling bad, like just what am I doing? Like I have no job. I have to, part of being in this program is to be working so that you can have income to be able to move on to permanent housing. So, I'm feeling those feelings, but I'm also knowing and being encouraged that God is making a way for me with these places. So let me also tell you about another place. So I'm on the list, very high on the list for this other place, and then and I completely forgot like about this other place. I was like, wait a minute, there's another place that I had put my name. So apparently, like when I was in my car driving, I was putting my name on lists for places, for when the time came. So I remembered, I was like, oh my gosh, let me check and see where I am on the list with this place. So I did that, and sure enough, I was on the list there, still on the list, and very high on the list there, like top 5 people for the kind of housing that the kind of apartment that I was seeking. So I'm like, wow, okay, this is 2 opportunities I have. Now, mind you, with these opportunities, you have to, you obviously have to have income, and you have to have a certain kind of income. You have to have, your income must meet their, what the rent is. You have to be able to afford it and everything, obviously. So now, pretty much as of March, I'm on 2 lists, very high on 2 lists. I am still, it has been past 3 months, because at this place you get an extension. They can extend you if you ask for an extension. They can extend you your time there. So it could go from 3 months all the way to, whenever they say that you have to go. It's not forever. It's still a short period of time, but I got an extension, and I'm going to continue to ask for an extension and, continue to seek the Lord while I'm here and figure out next steps. So I just, I wanted to get on and just share that, like, I feel terrible that I haven't been on so long, but I've just been going through, being here, and the little stuff that's going on in the shelter, that it's not terrible. It's actually a really nice place, and the people are nice, and there are people that have been helping me. But I did go through, right now, I'm currently going through some health problems. I don't know if you have ever experienced acid reflux or GERD or whatever. So it's like if I don't feel, if it doesn't seem like I'm like up, like bubbly, I don't feel that great, to be honest. I'm getting through, but it's like when I eat, it's going down my throat, but it's trying to come back up my throat, and I can feel it in my throat, and it's so debilitating. And 3 days ago, I was in the hospital because of this. So there are things that are going on with me, but I'm just trying to push through and know, that God is getting me, that He's going to get me through this. He has given me instructions on another video that I need to do. So I am going to do that video. So stay tuned for the next video that I do, which I've had to do for months, and I don't know why it's taking me so long to do it. But maybe that has to do with a breakthrough. I'm not sure. But just be encouraged. I just wanted to give you all an update of like why it has been so long, so many months, that I haven't even got on for at least even 5 minutes. I've just been going through these changes of being out of my car into a shelter, trying to figure out my way through the shelter, and it's timed too. Like it's 3, they say you only have 90 days, so it's like I think all my focus just boom went to, okay, 90 days, what am I supposed to be doing to, get myself to this next stage? But I cannot not do what God has told me to do regarding, being on YouTube and doing my videos. So here I am back sharing and giving that update. So stay tuned for the next update. one other thing I want to share real quick is that when I did, I just stated how like I wasn't working. I lost not lost, but I left that job, and I did not have any money. I had some money. God did make a way for two things happen after I left that job. I got a gig doing for Valentine's Day, and I made a great amount of money that actually helped me pay the bills that I needed to pay in March, and then God blessed me again. The gig that I got was I was able to do flower arrangements for, excuse me, but like my chest is feeling weird. I was able to do flower arranging for Valentine's Day for a florist right around here where the shelter is. And I worked like a little over a week, and it was great, and I made a great amount of money that pretty much I made a whole paycheck in like 1 week working for this lady that I would have made at the job working 2 weeks. So God blessed me with that, like right after I got out of that other job, which he told me to do. And then I went to a revival, and God blessed me at this revival where after it was over, there was a lady there, and at that revival I actually gave my last 20, and I did not have any more money after that. It was like, it's a wrap. What I made from flowers, what I had left over, it was just gone. So God is so good, and he's so faithful, and he will just show you, that he is Jehovah Jireh. He is God the provider. He will provide for you when you need what it is that you need, what it is that he knows you need. And there was a lady who had, we kind of sat next to each other at this revival and chatted up each other, and learned that she actually attends one of the churches that I so desperately want to be attending if my car was working. But I can't get there. I'm literally stuck. I can't get anywhere right now. I'm just stuck in this shelter. But that lady, this stranger who I met that night of this revival, she literally Venmoed me $500, which was amazing. Literally on March the 20th, $500 that I was able, I believe, that was March the 20th, that she gave me, Venmo me money out of nowhere from a stranger. So God is so good, and he is so faithful, and he will give you what you need, and he will give you it, when you least expect it. I wasn't expecting anything like that. Certainly wasn't expecting that amount. But he knew that I needed it. And that helped me, with getting food, getting, things that I needed the last 2 weeks. So God is so good, and he's so faithful. And I just needed to get on and just share it with you. So be encouraged that he loves you. I love you. And thank you for watching my video. Please share it with someone that you think could benefit from hearing my story. Okay, bye.